It's NAB 2023. We're in the North Hall and we're on the LiveU stand. Now, a few weeks ago, we spoke to Ronan from LiveU, who gave us a few insights. But now we've got Steve, who's going to expand on those and tell us what you're talking to customers about today.
Brilliant. Well, thanks very much for swinging by. So I'm pretty new to LiveU. So I'm a CMO. I've been here for 4 months, but I think I can share some of the things I've learned and some of the things we built in those 4 months. So
go for it.
To start with, about LRT, LiveU Reliable Transport. That's the heart of everything we do. It's about bonded cellular. And it started with the idea of shortening workflows. Okay. What do I mean by shortening workflows? It's about if you can take extraneous hops out. So if you could get rid of one transcode from your production pipeline, you've reduced compute, you've reduced latency, you've reduced energy, but you've also reduced time. So how can we take that concept of shortening workflows, getting rid of things you don't really need to do by thinking differently? Can we help people to produce more content for less? Or as we would say, how can we add efficiency to the workflow? Okay. So to wrap it all up and make it a little concrete, we've created something that we call the LiveU EcoSystem. Okay. And it's really, is it an end-to-end complete, you can stay in the LiveU ecosystem from glass to glass? The answer to that is, of course, no. It's about easy interoperability with the best of breed providers. So, for instance, here at the show, over in the West Hall, we're part of the AWS glass-to-glass demo. So we're using an LU800, which is our flagship model. It's got 8 built-in modems, 4 and 5G, which is super important, by the way, because that enables us to spread the load across 2 different spectrum sets. It's got 2 Wi-Fi's in there as well, 2 Ethernet connections. So you can reliably stream around about 70 megabits per second from this device and still be fully mobile because it's on your back. So we're using that, but we're using that over a private 5G slice. Right. So our units are the first to be accredited to be used on AWS's private 5G, which we're quite happy about. But private 5G is interesting because it gives storytellers one more way of being hypermobile, but maintaining real reliability and quality in a very assured way. Okay. So that's been pretty interesting. We're excited by that. What else is new? Well, as we produce more and more live content, it struck us that you've got to be able to find it again to monetize it. Absolutely. Right? So metadata, are we paying enough attention to metadata? And whenever I get excited about metadata, everyone rolls their eyes, right? But if you try and find a clip which has got 16-digit string and a GeoI code, good luck with that in the heat of the moment in a production truck. So with Ingest, which is our cloud-based ingestion service, as soon as you switch on your LiveU unit, it automatically starts recording. But here's the thing, if you're using a newsroom control system, then it will automatically persist your metadata onto the clip. Your crews don't need to worry about it. Right. And we'll enrich that with geolocation data with a map so you can go and find it. So what we're trying to do is shorten the workflow, reduce human intervention, reduce errors, but make it so that you can produce more content. Wow. It's a lot to take in. There is, and there's more. Because, go on. All right, well, because when you've got your content, we typically think about a primary workflow, so to a linear feed, so straight to air. But more and more people are trying to push content digitally. And back in the day, you'd have a big content factory and then you'd build this digital doghouse in the yard and you get some people to kind of do it. Or you'd try and feed your digital needs by just extending your gallery. Right. Well, guess what? That's not scalable. So what we spent time doing is looking at the market, and I think we acquired Easy Live last year. At NAB now, we're announcing the fact that the Easy Live product has been updated and brought into the LiveU ecosystem and is now LiveU Studio. And what that enables us to do is to use exactly the same units. So it's the same crew, it's the same backpack, but we're going direct from the backpack into the cloud, into a cloud production solution. And it's the first one, which is LRT native. So what have we done? We've shortened the workflow. You can switch, you can mix, you can have HTML5 overlay graphics, and you can push at one click of a button to to 30, exactly 30 digital destinations. So it's just what we're trying to do is make it easier for more people to produce more content, and we certainly don't want them to spend money they don't need.
Fantastic. Steve, so I think in another video we'll talk about in more depth about the LiveU 800.
Brilliant.
But
Yep.
for now, for people that want to find out more about the ecosystem, where should they go?
Quite simply, head over to LiveU.tv and it's all there for you.
Fantastic, Steve. Thank you very much indeed. Do check out LiveU.tv, or of course, if you're at NAB, head over to Northall, and do check out the other video where we'll be chatting about the LiveU 800, the flagship of LiveU. Thanks for watching, and for everything else you want to hear about, check out kitposts.com.
Thank you.